Friday, December 11th, 2020. It is currently 2 minutes past the 9 o'clock hour on your clock, my clock, and almost anyone who might own a clock in the Eastern time zone. End of the week. It's the end of the week, which means what? It means we got ourselves a dilly of a pickle of an episode tonight. If there's ever a night to tune in to this show right here on Twitch, it's got to be Friday, right? Although Mondays have become pretty good. Maybe Wednesday is kind of the dud of the week. Now, there's not going to be any other host that comes onto his own show and advocates for 2 out of 3 nights of his own show, but that's just the type of guy I am. But talking about tonight's show, through the roof, guests galore. Much later on, making his long-awaited return to the show is none other than legendary Ice Road trucker Randy McWayne. That's right, the man responsible for transporting bottled water before it gets bottled. The one and only Randy McWayne is going to be here. In addition to Randy McWayne being here tonight, old friend of the show, contributor since day one, someone I owe 30% of the success of this show to. Steph Mercier Voyer is going to be here. We're going to be talking about hopefully one day to be made Hallmark movies. We're going to be throwing some pitches out there to you, the trusted audience, but we're going to kick things off in just a moment with someone who has captured the hearts of everyone who has ever tuned into this show. It's Conor Rose's twin brother, Conor Rose, is going to be here live on the couch. I want to say a big hello to everyone tuning in right here, right now. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for following. But before we really get into it, of course, I am James. You are you. We are here. I need to take a second to acknowledge something. You'll notice that over my shoulder, right over here, is where James the Christmas Crow usually hangs out. Now, if I could be serious for a moment, something has happened to James the Christmas Crow. Now, this past Wednesday, Carla Ma, she kind of insinuated that things didn't look quite so right with James the Christmas Crow. And for anyone who is tuned into this show, you will know just as well as I do that an accident befell James the Christmas Crow a couple Wednesdays ago. Now, if you don't know what we're talking about, we're going to throw back to this footage right here, right now. Certainly a day that will live in infamy on At Home with James. So we're going to send this to the clip right now. Now, as you can tell, at the tail end of an episode about 2 weeks ago, as the show is wrapping up, I went to give James the Christmas Crow a kiss on the head. Unbeknownst to me, was using the wall to stand. After kissing the crow on its head, it fell over. Now, at this point, I could tell that the crow was in some distress, so I wrapped it up in a blanket. Truth be told, I hadn't really checked on the bird in many weeks, up until Carla indicated that I might want to check in on the bird. And again, it took me a couple days until I noticed this morning, once I finally did check on the bird, that things were not as I would have hoped. Again, I need to indicate to you how serious this is, so let's throw to the video one more time. Now, never has an act of kindness ended in such sadness. Folks, this morning I went to check on James the Christmas Crow when I made the unfortunate discovery, and I now have the unfortunate duty of letting you know that James the Christmas Crow is sadly no longer with us. The bird that I discovered in my Christmas tree 2 weeks ago, after being stowed away in a box of decorations for at least a year, is no longer with us. So I would like to invite you to join me in taking a moment to honor the memory of James the Christmas Crow. Thank you so much for helping honor the memory of James the Christmas Crow. And we will be honoring the memory throughout the night. This episode is dedicated to the memory of James the Christmas Crow. There's only one way to honor the memory, and that's by doing what I believe this bird would have wanted. That's by having a real doozy of an episode. So let's get things underway right here, right now, by welcoming our very first guest. He is here each and every Friday. He's my friend. He's your friend. And much like James the Christmas Crow, I think that this upcoming guest could use your prayers too. Let's welcome to the show the one and only Conor Rose. Conor, how's it? What happened to you?
Oh, James. I think I've hit rock bottom.
Yeah, okay. So Conor, I would ask you how it's going, but it seems like your face could say more than words ever could. Looks like you had yourself a real shiner there.
Oh, it's brutal, man. Like, I'd like to say that it looks worse than it is, but I think it's the other way around. I think it feels worse than it looks.
Okay, so you got yourself a bruise on your eye there. What the hell happened, Conor?
James, you know how I told you about the guy that I saw in the window at Rhonda's house?
Right, your ex-girlfriend Rhonda, you found your way over to her home and then you pulled yourself up on the windowsill and began looking in and saw her with another person. Yep.
Yeah, and that's where I sprained my wrist trying to blade home.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like out shopping for Christmas decorations for the Barry Connor Christmas, which is coming up. And I went to the Dollarama and I stood in line at the Dollarama. And who was in front of me but Rhonda and this a-hole.
Okay, so of all the luck in the world, Conor, you were going to the Dollarama just to pick up some Christmas decorations for a very Conor Christmas that's going to be happening on Monday, December 21st, right here on Twitch. And you found yourself right behind your ex and her new friend.
James,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you felt like I felt, but like I've never felt anger like I felt then.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I've never found myself in a situation like that, waiting behind my ex person with their new person. But I can imagine it would not be an enjoyable situation.
James, the rage filled my body. Like I was hot and I was angry. I felt like I grew 3 feet. I became a beast. And so I ran up and I said, "Hey!"
Wait, you ran up even though you were behind them in line?
Yeah, I was like a few people back, but
Okay.
he put his arm around her and I ran out of line and I was like, "Hey, you!" And I pushed him with my good hand and he turned around right away and just punched me in the face twice.
Okay, well, can I ask how big was this guy?
I don't know, he's like, James, you know I'm not really good with math.
Okay, so if you're 5 foot, correct?
Yeah.
So was he 2 of you? Was he maybe 1.5 of you?
He was maybe 1.5 of me.
Okay, so he was about. He's a pretty big guy.
Yeah, he was a pretty big guy, but James, like I said,
7.5 feet tall.
Probably around there.
Okay, so you saw him put his arm around Rhonda. You ran up to him, shoved him. He turned around and managed to punch you twice in the face.
He grabbed me by the collar, shirt, and he punched me once in the eye and once in the lip.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I felt like I had superhuman strength. I was so angry.
Yeah. Okay. So what happened after he punched you in the eye and the lip?
Well, I started crying.
Oh. What was Rhonda's reaction to all of this?
She was like, Connor, stop. You can't do that. Like, get out of my face. You dated my mom. Go away. I don't want to see you anymore. Just leave me alone. And then I was like, Rhonda, baby, I love you. Rhonda, I love you. And then the guy was like, you better get out of here. And I was like, but I still needed to buy my supplies for the very Conor
Right.
Christmas. So I had to go back in line, but I was like bleeding and then I just had to sit at the back of the line and watch them as they like got close to each other.
Wait, so you also lost your place in line?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry to hear that, Connor. That's really tough. Not only did you have to have this violent and sad encounter, you also lost. How long were you in line for?
Like at least an hour and a half.
You waited an hour and a half accumulatively,
You
or
tried
once
to
you
go to the Dollarama on Park Avenue lately?
No.
The lineups are insane.
Yeah. Well, did you end up finding what you had to find?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. So it wasn't all rain. There was a rainbow that came out after the storm, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, like I've been saying, like there are some like glimmers, like moments of hope and like joy throughout this process, but mostly it's been like a pile of crap.
Yeah. Well, have you been sleeping?
Zero.
So you sleep never.
I sleep never, James.
What do you do all night?
I just toss and turn. I play out scenarios in my head.
What kind of scenarios?
Like if I could go back in time, like what I would say to them both, like if I had them with me, how I would treat them better, like treat them so good they would never want to be without me. I would like, and then sometimes I get really angry, and so I want to like tell them all the things I think of them.
Okay, well, maybe this would help if you were able to get that out. What if you looked at me like I was Nancy McConnell or Rhonda? What would you say?
Ned's, can I start with Rhonda?
Sure.
Rhonda, babe, listen, this bozo, he's got nothing. I'm the guy for you. I'm the
Mhm.
one who really loves you, who really knows you, who really like can treat you like the princess that I know you are.
But Connor, you were dating my mom.
Babe, I don't think you understand. A Connor's heart is bigger than anyone else's. Don't you know that?
So big that you're sharing it with my mom?
Babe, didn't your parents teach you that sharing is good? And that
Yeah, they did. And then my mom started sharing you with me.
geez, Rhonda, you have a good point. But I still think that like there's a way that we can figure this all out. Like I feel like there's enough Connor to go around, you know?
I think you've been around enough.
Hey, why you gotta do me like that? Like,
Oh, why you got to do me like that? You mean the same way that you did my mom?
I never did your mom. I never went that. I never did the whole thing.
How'd that feel, Connor?
I feel like a little bit like a weight's been lifted off a bit, James.
Now, what would you say to Nancy, though?
Hey, Nancy Bear.
Don't Nancy Bear me anymore. You had your chance.
Nancy Bear, come on, it's me. It's Connor. It's little Connie.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
here.
you're not little Connie anymore.
What do you mean, babe?
You lost your
Nancy
little
Bear.
Connie privileges when you looked at my daughter topless.
How did you know? Did she tell you that?
You did. What's so funny?
Oh, nothing.
What are you
Nothing.
remembering my daughter's topless chest? You're sick, Connor.
Well, Nancy keeps bringing it up.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because I can't get it out of my head. I feel betrayed by you, Connor.
Well, Nancy, I went for coffee with your ex-husband this week. James.
Oh, what are you going to look at him shirtless too?
Nancy's definitely not that funny, James.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Conor. I appreciate that. I wasn't trying to be funny though in the moment. I'm trying to get you in a position where you can get over the hump.
That was really helpful, I gotta say.
All right, well, I'm glad. You know, that's what friends do. They're here to help each other.
Yeah.
You know what else I'd like to do to help you? I think you should start icing that eye and that lip, man. You look like hell. But you know what they say, Conor? They say
What?
Women dig scars. You kind of look like a bit of a bad boy right now.
Yeah, like I feel like I got lots of scars all over myself.
All over yourself? What the hell? What happened?
Well, don't your ringworm scar, like, doesn't your ringworm ever get really itchy that you itch it so much and the scab picks off and then you get a scar?
Ugh, no. Wait, you've been scratching yours?
No?
All right. Well, look, in the interest of following what we've been doing, Conor, what if there was a new lady that walked into your life?
I mean, James, honestly, like I'd like to say that, you know, that I'm like a one lady guy, but like
Yeah, you can't ever say that.
never. And if someone new were to come into my life right now, like I wouldn't say no.
Okay, well, let's start to spitball this because there might be someone watching right now, maybe who has a crush on you. Could you imagine that?
You think they'd be watching right now?
Well, why not? This is a fairly popular show among people. There's a lot of regulars. Look, and if there's anyone who is going to find love through this show, you're the guy. It's not me. Right?
Yeah.
So what would you say? What would you say to someone who might be crushing on Conor?
I'd say, hey, listen, I'm a real cool guy. I think that you and I could have a good time together. Why don't you come on my couch?
Why don't you come on my couch? I don't know if you want to open with that one.
Why not, James?
Well, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it sounds a little, I don't think it's on purpose. It's a bit of a double entendre. A double entendre is something where you are saying something and it's got some sexual implications to it.
Oh, because couches like are where people make out.
Yeah, let's just say that. Let's just say that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I'll
Yeah.
say, hey, like, why don't you come into my apartment? Oh, I'll wear a mask for you.
That's very nice. It's very, very safe of you and very respectful at the same time too, Conor.
Would you like a glass of apple juice? I have lots in my fridge.
Okay, that's very nice. Apple juice? Who doesn't love that?
We could make some popcorn and we could have like a really nice time together.
See, doesn't that feel good to start to really work your way through the heartbreak and welcome the idea of finding another?
James,
Conor, before you know it, you're going to be giving me tips. We're going to have the total role reversal here one day, man.
You're right.
Why not? Why not?
Me give you dating advice? It's like, that's like Amy Adams giving Meryl Streep acting advice.
That's pretty funny. That was a great joke.
Really?
Yeah.
James, I'm telling you, for the last 30 seconds, I haven't thought about my heartbreak.
That's awesome. Now, the next step is to go 60 seconds, and you're going to want to keep tacking on 30 seconds intervals.
Okay. I think I can do that.
Well, Conor, before we start to wrap up, tell me a little bit about what you might have planned for a very Conor Christmas.
James, I have like, one thing, I have an outfit.
Yep.
I have like a special Christmas outfit that I'm going to wear.
Mm-hmm.
I have some more decorations for my couch.
Great.
I've been like looking online, like how to be a good host at a party, like use some of those skills because I'm
Very
going to be
good.
hosting with you.
Yeah.
What else do I have planned?
Well, how about we just save it? How about we just save it?
Yeah.
You know, we don't want to give everything away. Of course, this is, This is happening on Monday, December 21st, right here. First time seeing you on a Monday. Conor, I'm looking forward to it. I feel like that's going to be Christmas for me.
James, I'm really looking forward to it too. It's going to be the best time. Like it's really the only thing that's keeping me afloat right now.
Okay, well, hang in there, okay? We need you at your best.
Also, before I go, I just wanted to say Happy Hanukkah. I don't know if you know this, but I'm half Jewish.
Well, I did know that. Yeah, how did you celebrate the first night of Hanukkah? Of course, it was last night.
Yeah, I lit a candle.
Mm-hmm.
And tonight I've lit 2 candles because it's the second night.
Okay, so now, look, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the most educated person on matters related to Hanukkah, but isn't there supposed to be a menorah? Yeah,
but like not everyone has one. So if you just light a candle, it's good. Like if you just light individual
candles,
it's good.
So you're going to be lighting 8 individual candles and just put them on your little display there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is there anything you'd like to say to the people watching who might be of the Jewish faith? Any last words? Maybe something in Hebrew?
Sure. Mazel tov.
Great. Well, Conor, thanks so much for being here. And remember, you can't spell confident without con, and you sure as heck can't spell Conor without con either.
And you can't spell Christmas without C.
Conor, have a good night, buddy.
Bye, James. See you soon. Have a good one.
That's Conor Rose. And in case you didn't know, you can't spell Christmas without C. And on that note, we will be back in just a moment with Hallmark movie pitches. We will be back with Randy McWayne, and we're going to be back soon with a great big programming announcement after these paid advertisements. Be back in a moment.
Pourvu qu'il se rappelle à Noël que les diamants sont éternels.
Offrez-lui une superbe montre cocktail habillement Bénissong à 50% de rabais sur le prix détail suggéré du fabricant, 79,99 $.
S'il me reste un 2 après Noël, j'aimerais un portefeuille neuf.
Faites plaisir avec nos portefeuilles Boxton en cuir véritable pour hommes ou femmes, 50% de rabais sur le prix détail suggéré du fabricant, seulement 12,99 $.
Des vêtements, des produits de beauté, des escomptes.
Pour une multitude d'idées cadeaux, des décorations et de l'atmosphère, nous vous proposons le plus merveilleux des endroits, le village de Joyeux Noël. Venez nous rencontrer, tous les lutins y travaillent pour vous offrir le plus beau des Noëls.
And we are back right here live on twitch.tv/@home with James. We're going to be moving things along because that's what we do. We run a tight ship here. A nice, tight ship. A couple weeks ago, our next guest was here to introduce a brand new segment that will be continued tonight as we provide some nice, fresh, hot Hallmark movie pitches. Any further ado, let's welcome Steph Mercier Voyer. But hold on. Before we do that, I want to talk about this big announcement that we got coming up. Now, I've had some people message me and say, is it this? Is it that? Are you shifting schedules? Are you adding time to the show? I'm going to tell you something. No one, and I mean no one, has come close to correctly predicting what this announcement is going to be. Okay? If you think you have an idea, put it in the chat because I assure you that you don't. But when we do announcement, it's going to blow the roof off of this. Without any further ado, let's welcome Steph Mercier Voyer. Oh, of course, the song.
Can I dance for you? Can I dance for you?
Steph, how's it going?
How are you?
I think it's taken me, at this point, close to a year, but I think I'm used to the song.
It's been almost a year. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
Nuts. I'm not mad about it too.
Yeah, we're fine.
So I'm good.
Yeah, well, Steph, looks like you're coming to us from a very, very lavish and classy Christmas chalet.
Yeah, so I just came back from the States, so I have to quarantine for 2 weeks. So I rented a Christmas house.
Oh, you rented a full Christmas house.
Yeah, that's what it's called, Christmas house. It came with gifts.
Now, I thought that my place was the Christmas house.
Not anymore, James.
No, not anymore. I've been trumped by a far better Christmas house.
Sorry.
That's okay. Look, in the name of Christmas, everyone knows a couple weeks ago that we had been discussing some potential new ideas for Hallmark holiday movies. The audience at large sent us a variety of titles, and it's up to us to kind of idea generate. Of course, you know someone whose father makes these movies. So selfishly, my hope is that at some point you and I can collaborate on really hitting the big time by making one of these.
I think it's doable. It's my best friend's dad,
Mhm.
and I just went to see her in Los Angeles. And he's been spending the last few months making more Christmas movies.
Yeah. So you're saying there might be hope for us at Christmas 2022?
We could get the Christmas cigarette done.
Look, The Christmas Cigarette was a film that you and I really threw the ideas around on. I think that's a winner, but I think some ideas that we put together tonight might be some secondary winners at the same time.
Yeah, so we're just going to plow through the list.
Yep.
Of what we have left. Hopefully we get through them. If not...
we have so many of these. We received almost 100.
Yeah, and they're not all good.
No, they're not all good. That's true. So you know that by next week, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel of suggestions.
Yeah.
But we can make them good. I believe it. Let's kick it off with our first movie pitch tonight.
Okay, I'll throw it at you.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna start with My Little Drummer Boy, Winky Face.
Yeah. So this one came to us with an actual wink, and I hate to put this person into this box, but this almost reminds me of Conor Rose's relationship with Nancy McConnell, who I think fetishized him as a little boy.
Oh.
That's what this reminds me of. Maybe it's an older woman dating a younger man.
Do you think it's Mrs. Claus?
Oh, okay. So Mrs. Claus is maybe screwing around on old Saint Nick.
Yeah, I think she might be. With
Little Drummer Boy.
So it's a rom-com featuring Mrs. Claus meets pedophilia. It's got all the great things people.
Yeah, all the great things. And this Christmas, Mrs. Claus wants the drummer boy to pound on something different. This isn't even a Hallmark movie anymore. It's just a porno movie.
Oh, love it. I would watch it. But
all right, yeah.
He's not an actual boy. It's like Timothy Chalamet kind of.
He's younger. He's younger.
Young, but
yeah.
He's legal.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a Conor Rose situation. All right. Well, let's move on to the next one, which is Seasons Meetings.
Oh, Seasons Meetings. So this is the story of a guy who doesn't have a family. He's put his entire life is based around his work.
Yep.
And the opening scene is him in the office. It's like December 24th. He's still working. Everyone's home, and he's just crying. And then he gets an email. And the email is from like a magical kind of Christmas being.
Oh.
Yeah, that's going to take him on a Christmas adventure so that he finds Christmas joy.
Okay, so this is almost like one of those Christmas fantasy films, like The Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets a mysterious email from someone that he thinks is a client.
Exactly, to meet him.
Right, yeah. Okay, so this person is taking this workaholic guy on a fantastical journey to find his one and only.
Yeah.
Where do they land on? I imagine he's big city guy. Big city guy. I'm going to put him in the big city of Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good Christmas city.
Yeah. And maybe they take him to a smaller neighboring city in Chicago.
I'm not
Napierville.
familiar. What is it?
Let's say he takes him to Napierville, Illinois. Yeah.
And does he meet someone? He falls in love, right?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe a lost love. It's like, oh my God, it's you. Remember we went to school together.
I love it. It's a classic
Yeah.
Hallmark movie.
Yeah, there we go. So we went from porno to Hallmark. Okay, Steph, take it away.
Okay, so what about stuffed and roasted?
Stuffed and roasted. Now, this one again sounds pornographic, but I'm imagining some type of cook-off style, like everything's going wrong for Diane. She's single. Her cat just died. And she's only got 1 foot.
Picturing Amy Schumer playing that role.
Oh, this is the second installment where Amy Schumer was cast. She in our world, Amy Schumer's really fallen down the entertainment ladder.
Oh yeah, that she does Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
I can't name any Hallmark movie actors.
So unfortunately, because you and I are not as prepared in the sense that we should be knowing the Hallmark, we could invent them, but I think people need to give us some room where we have to go with actors who might fit these movies. Look,
just to give a better idea of what it's about. So she's single, she's a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
It's basically like her character from Trainwreck.
Yeah.
But at Christmas.
Yeah. I feel like maybe her mom is domineering as well. And she's like Amy Schumer's character wants to be in charge of the Christmas dinner this year. And the mother's like, really? You in charge? I want people to enjoy the dinner, dear. I guess she had a cigarette in her hand, or it's a Twizzler.
Or was it a Christmas cigarette?
It could be a Christmas cigarette. Yeah. And I think that everything that could go wrong does go wrong.
Yeah, like she burns the turkey, the turkey catches on fire.
Yeah, this is actually a love story between a mother and a daughter.
Oh yeah, she's done that kind of movie. She did that movie with Goldie Hawn. Yeah,
stuffed and roasted. It's in the bank. Next, okay, so let's go with this one. This one came in the Sleigh Bells, but sleigh is spelled S-L-A-Y. So I don't know what this is a horror Hallmark movie, The Sleigh Bells.
I was picturing like barbershop, but Christmas.
Barbershop, but Christmas. But sleigh is spelled S-L-A-Y, so someone must get killed.
No, scrap that. It is a drag race extraordinaire.
Okay, so they slay.
It's drag queens, and they're throwing a big Christmas ball.
Starring RuPaul, right? RuPaul is in this.
RuPaul's in it.
Yeah.
And all of our favorite queens from Drag Race are in it, and it's just fabulous.
And this, because I don't know anyone from that show, so I'm going to have to invent queen. So I'm going to have to go, there's a Champagne, spelled S-H-A-M-P-A-I-N. Champagne.
Well, there is a famous Canadian drag queen who hosted Canada's Drag Race, Brooklyn Heights.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, she's in it. She looks fabulous, and she's the queen of the North.
Yeah, and because these are often Canadian, I'm going to add a new one. It's another queen named Double Double. But it's spelled cool. D-B-L-D-B-L.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like RuPaul plays the spirit of Christmas in this film, The Sleigh Bells.
Okay, so because you've never watched Drag Race, I want you to describe the ball, what it looks like in your...
Okay, so I'm going to go with, imagine like a rave, like a techno scene.
Yeah.
But a lot of like white, not like a dark, dimly lit place. It's a very, very, very well lit, a lot of white, not too club-ish, but something more like a club meets a wedding.
A club meets a wedding.
Yeah.
Okay, and what are people doing?
Dancing, I guess.
Okay. And last year's Montreal Improv Christmas party, I put on RuPaul's newest album. And
Oh, this is true. Yeah, it was not a popular choice.
I think it was a Christmas album, maybe.
It was.
It was a popular choice with me and me only.
Yeah, there was a lot of controversy as people kept changing the playlist. It was very erratic, but we're going to go. That's the music being played at the Sleigh Bells.
Okay, I'm going to hit you with another one.
Please.
Mistletoe Mistake.
Mistletoe Mistake. You know what? I think there's got to be someone who kissed the wrong person under the mistletoe.
And then what happens? They have to live their life with that person now?
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's the person who was kissed by accident. They're really into it. But the person is kind of like, yeah, I really loved it. So someone's being led on in this movie. The Mistletoe Mistake.
And is it a guy kissing a girl by accident? Is it a girl kissing a guy? Is it a girl kissing a girl? Is it a boy kissing a boy?
You know what? Yeah, I'm open to anything.
Okay. And do they end up together? Or is it like one of those movies where the person who kissed the wrong person has to date both for the duration of the movie?
Oh yeah, I think that's good. They got to go back and forth. Yeah.
At one point, there's a scene where they're in the same restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
They,
oh yeah.
To the table because there's like a partition wall or something in between. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think we've nailed that one. Mistletoe Mistake. Part of me feels like there's something else in there though. No, I was going to say maybe someone accidentally kisses their dad. Let's move on to the next one. We're going to move right on to the next one. This one has got to be by far the worst of the good ones in the sense that if this was made, it would be a movie that no one would ever want to watch. The Christmas Kitty Cat Rural Miracle.
Oh, so think that's an animated one. Oh, it can't be animated. Hallmark's never animated.
Yeah, no, this is just a total POS.
Do they do? So I'm not very well versed in Hallmark movies, but do they do like the kind of movies where it's not animated, but it's an animal that's like speaking?
No, I think that this is I imagine that the Christmas Kitty Cat Rural Race is like an event that happens every year.
Oh, it's like a best in show.
It's like that, yeah. And there's like there's someone who comes to town, they grew up there, but they left, they went to the big city, they come back, and then there's everyone's trying to ingratiate them and integrate them back into the small town. Like tonight's the Christmas tree lighting, and then we've got the stocking stuffing event, and then there's the old man who's like, well, you're not gonna miss the old Christmas Kitty Cat Rural Race, are you? And then the guy's like, no, I really shouldn't. And then his love interest is like, we go every year. And then the love interest has a small daughter who's really become affectionate towards this person. Like, yeah, you can't miss it. And then they go to the race and they adopt the winning kitten.
The race, exactly. It's
what is it?
Racing in the streets.
Yeah, it's cats. It's cats racing by the railroad.
And the whole town's just cheering.
Yeah, it's and it's to raise awareness for adopting cats. And then there's one that it's kind of a defective cat, and nobody wants that one. And then the little girl.
Oh, it's got the little harness and the wheels, like a wheelchair.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those wheel cats. Yeah, and then they adopt the cat, and then everyone falls in love, and he becomes the stepdad or something.
Honestly, I feel like that movie probably exists already somehow.
Yeah, and I've seen it multiple times with varying different titles on the Hallmark Channel.
They do dog stuff sometimes. I remember watching one where the girl falls in love with a dog because it's actually her boyfriend who died, maybe.
Well, this could work here because coming in from the chat, we're getting a suggestion that the cat is voiced by RuPaul, which I like.
Yeah.
I'm signing off on it.
Okay, next app. Divorce clause.
Oh, divorce clause. Okay, great. Clause spelled Clause. I feel like it's got to be Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Do you think it's they're in the courtroom and it's just them trying to separate their assets?
I think so, but I think, of course, because there's a clause, they both hold equal ownership over Christmas. So they're fighting about like how to do Christmas. It's kind of like the breakup with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston, but this is actually not a bad, this is a decent idea.
I was picturing like Marriage Story, but Santa Claus.
So just Mr. and Mrs. Claus yelling at each other for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Well, there has to be that moment. There's got to be that moment where maybe they start getting along, and then, you know.
And you think that they're gonna get back together. Like she wants to move somewhere else. He's like, the North Pole's the only place. We've always been a North Pole family.
Yeah, but she wants to like liven up her life. She wants to go to Berkeley, California.
Yeah. Like,
I think this is actually a good idea for a film.
yeah, I think Divorce Clause might be this week's Christmas cigarette.
Yeah, I'm in full agreement. This one could have feasibly been, but I don't know if it will be. Steamies in the Snow.
Steamies in the Snow. I think it's a hot dog. It's a kids movie. It stars kids, and they are competing in a hot dog eating competition in the winter, and then there's a giant steamy fight that.
Wait, so kids just throwing hot dogs? It's like Les Guerres des Tucs, but with steamies.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, this is a French movie.
Yeah, it's a Québécois. Steamy dans la neige.
Oh. Yeah, I really like this. All these little Québécois kids, and it ends with a big hot dog fight.
Yeah. And like one of the kids just like squirts mustard everywhere.
Oh yeah. And they ransack a Bell Pro, or they probably can't get the rights to it, so it's probably something like Chez Gisette.
A name.
Yeah, it's a name, Chez Gisette. Yeah. And it's got all the famous Quebec celebrities in it.
Yeah, like Rémi Girard's in it, and then you get a bunch of kids.
You get Jeanette Renault. She plays Gisette.
Yeah, she's the snack bar.
Yeah.
The Casse-Croûte owner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, not the craziest
No.
idea either.
And maybe we double layer this because the kids are fighting. Maybe Chez Gisette has a competing hot dog place. There's like a rivalry across the street, and it's this guy named Jean Plot. Yeah, the guy who plays Elvis Graton is Jean Plot.
Plut is used as a word for a
Well, short, yeah,
genital.
in short, they call him GP. Yeah, this is another great one. And then him and Jeanette fall in love at the end.
Yeah, obviously, and then they like consolidate the two.
Yeah, and at the end they kiss with a hot dog in the middle of their mouths.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Lady of the Tramp, but
yeah, between Gisette and Jean Plot. Also coming in from the chat, Mitsu. I think Mitsu does the soundtrack. Yeah.
Ginette Renault is like one of the most impressive singers we have, but you're gonna get Mitsu to do the song.
Mitsu's way better than Ginette Renault. Bye Bye Mon Cowboy. She redoes the song for the movie. Bye Bye Mon Stimé.
Yeah.
Or maybe Bye Bye Mon Hot Dog. Great movie.
Yeah, honestly, I think the last two.
Yeah, it took us about 18 minutes, but we caught our stride. This is what they just need to be really stupid. That's what I think we've been trying to make them too good.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Make sense of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one for you is re-gifted ! Yeah,
re-gifted. Now, this one is interesting because just the name re-gifted with an exclamation mark, I think comes with a lot of implication. My mind is going to a variety of different places. What are you thinking for re-gifted?
I'm thinking it's kind of like a wacky movie because
I think it's got maybe an item that keeps getting re-gifted throughout.
So you kind of follow the item that keeps getting re-gifted, and you like see the different people that have it, and eventually, I assume it comes back to.
Yeah, I feel like someone gets it, and the first person who gave it was like, "Hey, I gave that to someone da. That's maybe how they connect, because I feel like there's got to be some type of romance. Right?
Wait, who connects? Who?
I think it ends with the person, right? So maybe it goes through 6 or 7 different people, and the original person figures out, hey, wait a minute. So the first and let's say the 10th, that's what brings it. Or maybe that person gives it back to the original person.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, it doesn't sound wacky though.
Yeah, no, I feel like it needs to be French.
It sounds like we've been trying to do math.
Yeah. I feel this movie's got to be French, I think.
Oh. You think that would make it funnier? Or maybe like the item is funny or like very...
Yeah. What's the item? Maybe the item. What's the item?
Maybe it's like a steamy machine.
Oh yeah, maybe like a hot dog rotisserie. Yeah, there we found it.
Okay, how about we move on to the next one?
Sure.
Yeah, hit me.
Okay, so let's go with. I feel like there's really no other choice here but to go with this one, A Not So Secret Santa.
Oh, A Not So Secret Santa.
Yeah.
I think that one is kind of sexy.
Yeah, well, my original thought was it was this really desperate guy screaming at this woman that he's in love with. It's from me. It's from me. He's really desperate. He's like pathetic. He's in his underpants and
it was me.
It was from me, like the gift. He's not even bothering to keep it a secret. I gave you the gift card.
And it's like a ring. It's just like something so over the top. It's
really no, my idea is terrible. I don't like my idea. Steph, what?
A Not So Secret. So I'm picturing first.
You said sexy.
I want to do the poster for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm picturing there's a door. There's a blonde girl, and she's wearing a tight red dress, and she's like that.
Okay.
Behind the door, you see Santa, who's like, shh.
Oh, so he's a pervert.
Yeah, so I think maybe that's where I was going with that one.
Mm-hmm.
He December 25th, he like sees this woman, falls in love with her as he goes down her chimney. And then he just like keeps kind of stalking her, and he's not that secret. Like he's not that good at hiding.
Okay, so it's a guy dressed as Santa openly stalking a hot woman. Keeping in mind, you did mention this is a sexy movie. Yeah, it's not. I think maybe they're together, and this is maybe like some fun role playing, and everything goes awry.
Okay, what happens?
Maybe there's like a different guy breaks in dressed as Santa, and he's like, it's almost like a Home Alone situation where he's like there to rob the house, and like the wife is like, oh, Santa. And then she's like feeling around. She's like, wait a minute. And she pulls the beard off, and it's like some guy. Ugh.
That's even scarier than my idea.
But he's like a doofus. He's a doofus criminal.
It sounds also like a mix between like Mistletoe Mistake and
Look, I peeked at the at Steamies in the Snow, so we can't blame me for this one.
You know what? I like the next one, and
okay.
I think it might be our last one.
Let's hit it.
I go through the list. Sleigh Ride or Die.
Yeah, again, sleigh is once again spelled S-L-A-Y.
Yeah.
So I don't know, is this part of the Sleigh Bells series?
Oh, I was picturing this one more like a Fast and the Furious, but with Santa.
Oh, yeah, I like that a lot.
And he, like, with his sleigh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this is a Christmas movie for guys.
I think it's like a Will Ferrell movie.
Oh, got it. Okay.
But like, and you kind of get that Anchorman vibe where you discover the other crews, like the Bizarro Santas, who have sleighs with reindeers, and they all race. So it's a cross between Anchorman, Elf, and Fast and the Furious.
Okay, so it's a real mashup between all of these. Yeah, I like this. It's Hallmarky, but again, it's a film that you and your buddies can get together and have a laugh during the holidays.
Yeah, exactly. And some of the jokes aren't appropriate, but they work.
Yeah. They don't, it's not timely, but people accept it for what it is.
Yeah, it's a Will Ferrell movie.
Well, Steph, we blasted through this. I think we're in agreement that I guess Steamies in the Snow was the big winner of the night.
Divorce Clause also.
Yeah. Divorce Clause. There you go. I'm very pleased about this. We're going to close things out. If you're watching right now, you can see that if you don't know who Jeanette Renault and Steph, who's the name of the guy who plays Elvis Garaton?
Julien, I think.
Well, we've got both of the actors. So if you didn't know who they were, that's who's the star of our, rather the co-stars of our film Steamies in the Snow. Yeah. They play the roles of Jean Plot and Gisette. Yeah, and hopefully we can get a role in this movie, Steph.
Julien Poulin. Yeah, I want to be like the girl who works with Gisette or something.
Oh yeah, and I'll be the guy that works with Jean Plot. What's your character's name in this movie, Steph?
José.
I was gonna say Plolette.
Just make up names.
And mine would be, I would be Tsiibu. Yeah.
Okay, you're in charge of doing all the names so that.
Yeah, so we've got Jean Plot and his little buddy Tsiibu. And then we've got across the street, the proprietor of Chez Gisette. We've got Gisette and her right-hand friend, Plolette. We're going to have to do a script reading for this live on the show. So, Steph, I'm going to put you in charge of writing a couple pages of this movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna write like a scene from the movie, and maybe we can do a reading.
Reading. This feels like a good time to end, because coming in from the chat right now, arrête avec les plots.
Yeah, it's not a good word.
Well, that's why it's not a word. It's a name in this movie that we're putting together. Steph, thanks so much for being here. Happy holidays.
All right, I think I might dance.
Go for it.
Can I dance for you?
That is Steph Mercier Voyer. Remember the days when all of our interactions were uncomfortable and one-sided? Look what the holidays do. They bring people together. They create friendships, thus creating movies. Now, before we move on to our final guest of the night, I've been teasing, I've been tempting, and I've been toying with the audience, talking about this big programming announcement. Gonna get this out of the way right now. We're not changing the schedule. I'm neither taking time away from broadcasts, nor am I adding time to broadcasts. What I'm doing is I am satisfying the request of one of, if not the greatest contributor in this show's history. He wanted it, and he's got it. It took some chipping away, almost 8 months. Every request sent to me was responded by me with no, I don't think so. Maybe next year, definitely not. But the holidays are coming. And if there's anyone that I know that can accomplish this, it's this crew of people that we've got right here, right now. So what I want to do is throw to the big announcement. Next Friday, December 18th, 2020, legendary improv comedy show, Friday night's main event, to At Home with James. And if there's one thing I can guarantee, it's that it will be cool. And if it isn't cool, I will never, ever host this show again in my life. Next Friday, it's time for the main event. It's time for Friday night's main event. Who's gonna be here? What's the matchup? We got ourselves a real Christmas clash next Friday. Don't play the song anymore. Production note, don't play the damn song, because I don't know if we're gonna get scrubbed for copyright. Next Friday, we've got province versus province. Montreal versus Vancouver. Tune in next Friday. Let's move on to our final guest of the night, someone that I have no worries that this is going to be funny. He's returning after a long absence. It is Ice Road trucker Randy McWayne. Hey, Randy, what up?
Hey, James, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm doing, what's the deal with your truck, man?
What?
The deal with your truck behind you?
Oh, I mean, I'm an ice road trucker, as you know, James, and this is one of my boys. He's grinding.
He's grinding. Yeah, he looks like he's grinding his way off the edge of a cliff.
Yeah, it's one of the tricks that we do. You know, you ever play Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
Yeah, I have 15 years ago.
Yeah, so we do some of those tricks with our trucks.
Well, you do truck tricks?
We do truck tricks. Yeah, this is a grind. It's worth a couple of points.
Oh, now take us through what a grind is, because right now it looks like the cargo of your truck is curling off the edge of a cliff.
Yeah, so it's when one edge of the truck is off of a ledge and the other edge is safely on.
Oh, safely? Is that the word you're using?
Yeah, well, safe enough.
Well, for people who don't know, Randy, you are an ice road trucker. Last time you were here, your cargo included loose water that you then needed to scoop up and bottle yourself. What are you carrying in that cargo load?
Well, you know, in here we got animal food.
Oh, animal food? What type of animal food? Dog food?
Dog food, cat food, pellets of all sorts for all sorts of different creatures that might be hungry. You know, we're shipping it across the country.
Okay, so you're carrying animal food. Now, is the animal food loose too?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have to package the animal food?
Yeah, we got to separate it into its types.
Wait, so it's all mixed up together?
It's mixed up together, kind of like Millie Mellow.
Oh, yeah, but for Melly Mellow, the unpopular snack treat for humans.
Unpopular.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's one of your favorite road snacks, though, I imagine.
It's great on the road. You
it's great. Yeah, what else is great on the road? What do truckers eat?
Oh, beef jerky.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey jerky.
Yep.
Gator jerky.
That's probably when you're traveling through the Everglades of Florida.
Yeah, when we're going through the Everglades. Hey, you got your chicken jerky. You got your Beyond jerky.
Oh, you're into the Beyond jerky?
Well, when it's there, I'll have it. You know, it's not my first choice, but when I'm looking for a healthy snack on the menu, sometimes I'll go Beyond.
All right, so you're eating Beyond jerky, turkey jerky, chicken jerky, beef jerky. What else are you eating?
Gator jerky.
Gator jerky, of course. Well, where are you located right now?
Right now, I'm in Alaska.
You're in Alaska with a shipment of animal food that's about to fall off a cliff.
Yeah, well, it's not going to. You should see us stick the landing to this thing. It's pretty.
I don't even want to know what that looks like. Well, are you gonna be trucking all through the holidays, Randy?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you brought that up, James, because the Christmas season is upon us, and you know I love the holiday season.
Do you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that about you. You never struck me as a bit of a Christmas keener. This is great from one Christmas keener to another.
You like Christmas, James?
Oh, you want to see my Christmas tree?
Sure, yeah.
All right, let me fire up the Amadeus 180. It's just warming up, and here we go. Look at that. Beautiful, right, Randy?
Yeah, and hey, I've delivered those Amadeus 180s around the country, and it's always a happy customer who's getting it, you know?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, it's the leading technology in your computer turning 180 degrees.
Hey, you don't have to sell me on it. I've got one at home.
Oh, you use the Amadeus 180?
When I'm at home, which is only 3 months of the year. Yeah.
3 months of the year. Okay, so okay. What's so special about the Christmas season for you?
Well, I'm on there's a reason I'm in Alaska and I took this job, James. I'm on the hunt.
You want to expand on that?
I'm on the hunt for Santa Claus.
Okay, so in addition to shipping cargo, you're hunting Santa Claus?
Not hunting him, not to...
well, you said that.
Oh, yeah, well, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you win. I did say that.
Okay.
But I'm not I'm not literally hunting the man. I
Okay.
appreciate the guy. You know, I'm trying to find him.
Oh, so you're looking to meet Santa Claus. What are you going to do when you meet him? What are you going to tell him?
Well, you know, I got a gift. I got a gift that I want to pitch him on.
But you got a gift. You want to pit like a gift that he will start producing and then giving out at Christmas?
Yeah.
What's the gift?
I want him to start giving out glory holes for Christmas.
Okay, so for people who don't know, as a trucker, you often find romance in the, I guess we could say, arms of a mysterious other.
Not arms, mouth.
Yeah, I was trying to skirt around it, but yeah, in the mouth of another.
Or their skirt.
Yeah, or their skirt. Man, are you horny, Randy?
What?
Are you horny?
Right now?
Sure.
No, man, I'm too cold to be horny.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah. Why?
And
yeah,
if I was horny, you'd know.
Yeah, what does that mean? Don't laugh.
Don't
like
stick
that.
Around to find out, James.
Yeah, I'm not going to be sticking around to find out. You want to know why you're cold? Look at this flimsy winter coat you've got.
What? I'm boiling hot in this coat.
You just said you were cold.
The coat's only on the waist up.
Oh, wait, you're not wearing pants?
No, I'm wearing pants.
What kind of pants?
Jeans.
All right, so you got an open leather jacket on top. It's keeping you boiling, but then the bottom you're cold. Look, we're getting off track here. You want to pitch? Okay. You think Santa Claus is going to really enjoy the idea of giving out glory holes to kids at Christmas?
Yeah.
What's your pitch?
Well, kids, adults, whatever, you know. Santa don't discriminate. He's not an ageist. Okay.
What's your pitch? Pretend I was Santa.
Not even my imagination's that good, James.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means there's no way you'd be Santa Claus.
Why? I'm a giving guy. Yeah, drink. What do you got in your hand there?
Mulled wine.
What, you got hot wine? How'd you heat it up?
What am I had in my thermos? I got a new thermos. This thing stays hot for weeks.
Wait, so you don't usually truckers carry coffee or tea in their thermos? You carry mulled wine in your thermos?
You know a lot of truckers, James?
Well, my grandfather used to be a trucker.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
Harold.
Harold what?
McGee.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh man,
you know
I've heard. No, I don't know him, not personally, but I've heard stories.
What stories have you heard?
Yeah. Well, let's just say there's a certain washroom. A certain washroom in Northern
I don't want to hear
Quebec.
this.
Okay.
Are you telling me that Are you telling me that you and my grandfather are tunnel brothers of a glory hole?
You said you didn't want to hear about it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Look, I feel a little rattled right now. Okay, so you're not gonna pitch me on the idea because I don't resemble Santa enough.
Well, imagine this, James. You wake up Christmas morning.
Yeah.
And you go to the tree and there's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're like, oh, I'm gonna take my morning dump, and you
wait, that's the placement of actions?
Well, how would it go for you?
You wake up, oh, nothing under the tree. Better take a dump.
Well, maybe you have a cup of coffee first, and that gets the gears rolling, you know.
Sure.
And you look in your bathroom door, and there's a hole.
Mm-hmm.
There's a hole in the bathroom door. Why, it's Christmas. It's a Christmas miracle.
You're wasted.
What?
You're wasted. You've been drinking this mulled wine for weeks. Yeah, you're drinking and driving. You got this truck hanging halfway off a cliff, and you're going to pitch.
I ain't wasted, James.
Look at you. You're three sheets to the wind. You're pitching Santa. So he just comes in and installs a glory hole and puts someone behind it in your bathroom. So while you're taking a dump, you notice a hole.
Yeah.
How do you know you're not the other end of the glory hole?
What do you mean?
Well, you're the one sitting.
Wait, sorry, you lost me.
Well,
maybe it's because I had one too many glasses.
Yeah, I think so. So
you're
telling me in this scenario, you're sitting on the toilet when you notice the glory hole.
No, you're entering your washroom.
Oh, got it.
And then you realize, wait, I can see my toilet bowl, but the door's closed. How is that possible? And then you're like, oh my God, I got a glory hole. Thanks, Santa Claus.
Now, does the hole come from what room? Is it the outside?
The outside of the bathroom into the bathroom.
But does this glory hole come with a person?
No, well, you got to find a person.
Oh, so it's like how batteries aren't included in toys.
yeah, person's not included.
Yeah,
Exactly.
okay, so basically all he does is put a hole in your door.
Yeah, and then it's up to you. It's up to you to find a stranger to enter your apartment.
Randy, can I tell you something? This is a terrible idea.
What?
I hope that you don't find Santa. Why don't you just put the hole in yourself?
You want me to go into all the houses of America and install holes in their washroom doors?
Wait, so this is not about you having a glory hole. You just want everyone else to reap the benefits of the glory hole.
I want Santa to add it to his repertoire so that all the little boys and girls who are of age.
You're wasted.
Who are of age. James, man. You're really killing the Christmas spirit right now.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Yeah, because I think you've had a bit too much Christmas spirit.
I think someone watched The Grinch one too many times and started letting the Grinch's ideologies seep into his subconscious.
Well, yeah, but the Grinch steals Christmas. All I'm trying to do is say that I don't know if giving people glory holes, every little boy and girl across the world, as you put it, of age. Okay, so every adult.
Yeah.
Okay, well, can you take me through what your Christmas is going to look like this year?
Well, I'm going to be spending my Christmas with my family.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you had a family.
Right back there.
Oh, you mean your truck is your family?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to be driving rig on Christmas Day?
Yeah. Not driving. We're going to have a turkey dinner.
You're going to have a turkey dinner in the rig? You're going to split the turkey dinner with your truck?
Oh, yeah. My truck loves turkey.
Can you explain this?
You put it. You ever fed a truck before, James?
Have I ever? You're gonna seriously ask me? 10:09 on a Friday. Have I ever fed a truck? No. I think the only thing trucks feed on is gasoline.
Let me have a little bit more of my special sauce.
Yeah, all right, Mr. Connery.
Mr. Connery.
Yeah, it sounds like you're doing a Sean Connery impersonation.
Oh, I thought that was your nickname for your first guest.
No, Conor Rose. No, this is just flying off the rails. What's your favorite Christmas movie, Randy?
Oh, okay. I like.
You're falling apart.
What? No.
You're falling apart.
No, I'm not.
All right.
I like Christmas. I'll Be Home for Christmas.
From 1998, starring Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Jessica Biel.
There's a little piece of my life in there, you know. They're on the road the whole movie, you know, trying to get home.
Yep.
Worried about missing out on Christmas with the family. Oh boy, when I see that, it brings a tear to my eye.
How are you gonna miss Christmas with the family if you're on the road? If your truck is your family?
Well, I only say my truck is my family because I have to cope with the fact that I don't get to see my actual family.
All right, well, tell me a little bit about your family.
But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you, James?
Well, what is that supposed to mean?
It means look at you, you know, the epitome of privilege.
I'm the epitome of privilege.
Yeah, with your tree and your fancy computer turning device.
Yeah. You said you owned one.
Hasn't worked a day in his life.
You told me you owned the Amadeus.
Telling me I'm off the rails.
Yeah.
Telling me I'm drunk.
Yeah, you're wasted. Look, you're totally schlotzed. Look, I might regret.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, James.
Yeah, go for it.
I may not have had enough wine for this interview because you're really ticking me off right now.
Oh, I'm ticking you off?
Yeah.
Look, I might live to regret this, but maybe if you find your way to Montreal on Christmas Day, maybe we can go for a walk or something.
Yeah. You mind if I use your washroom when I'm in town?
Yeah, I do, because I think you're going to install a hole into my bathroom door.
I promise I won't install a hole.
I can see you crossing your finger. You're still doing it.
My other fingers were crossed and they cancel each other out.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, Randy, before we let you go.
Oh, that's it?
No, I've still got a couple more questions.
Okay.
You're a Christmas keener. What's some of your favorite Christmas songs?
I like I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Oh, so like the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
I like Highway to Heaven.
Highway to Heaven? That's not a Christmas song.
It's a Weird Al parody of Highway to Hell.
No, that's a song by Temple of the Dog, man. Highway to Heaven, yeah. The Pearl Jam and Soundgarden supergroup.
Well, many songs. There's a bunch of songs called Imagine, James. They're not all the same.
No, Highway to Heaven.
Yeah, I'm saying this is a different one.
Yeah, sorry. Well, I'm putting you on the spot here, Randy, but of course, Dimitri Kires, who's teching tonight's show, doing a great job.
What up?
He does a bit of singing. Could I be able to ask you to maybe sing a bit of a Christmas song for us tonight before we wrap things up?
What the fuck?
Yeah, why not? You said you're a keener.
Yeah, all right.
Mm-hmm.
What's a good song to sing?
I'll Be Home for Christmas.
All right. 1 second. Give me a backing track.
But you want our tech to just give you a backing? No, you're not getting one. You got to do it a cappella.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I asked you.
Give me a note.
Mm-hmm.
Was that B flat?
Yeah, it's B flat.
All right. I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and a glory hole for me.
All right, Randy. I think we've heard enough. I think you maybe you want to do one more for us. How about Santa Claus is Coming to Town? Would you be able to do that one?
Yeah. 1 second.
Do you know? I'm sure you know that one. You're a Christmas kid.
Yeah, I know it.
All right.
You better watch out. Wait, give me a note. I think I was out of tune there. Oh, an A this time. Okay. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's bringing a drill. He's plugging it in. He's cutting a hole in your bathroom door so you can stick your dick in it
let's
and get sucked off by a stranger.
Yeah, no. Okay. Look. Let's give I'd like to do one more of these if that's possible.
Okay.
Yeah. How about Mariah Carey? All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Okay.
You want another note?
Yeah. Give me a note. Oh, in G this time. Okay.
It's a G.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you to make a hole in my bathroom like it's a stall. Make my dreams come true. Cut a hole in my bathroom door. For you.
Okay, Randy. I think we've heard enough.
Baby.
Randy. Yeah, no, Randy, that's enough. I've heard enough of your glory hole songs. I don't even know if I want to celebrate Christmas anymore this year.
Oh.
Ho, ho. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So, Randy, I want to thank you so much for being here. I want you to drive safe, okay? Because up to this point, it doesn't look like you have been.
Hey, you got it, man.
All right. Merry Christmas, Randy.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you. If I find the old guy, I'll tell him to give you something special.
Yeah, I'm happy with no gifts this year.
Oh. You'll see.
Yeah, okay, God almighty. Yeah, that's Randy McWayne, the drunken ice road trucker. And folks, that's our show tonight. What a show it's been. Randy McWayne, Steph Mercier Voyer, Conor Rose. Hey, Dimitri, you out there?
Yeah. Hey, James, what's up?
Dimitri, hey, great job tonight.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a good show. Hey, man, that last guy's unhinged.
He's unhinged, right? I feel like he's encroaching on your stuff. You're usually the guy to put the songs together.
I won't lie to you. He was a little, sorry, I have COVID. that guy was a little flat, but honestly,
He's creative.
I liked his lyrics a lot. I thought they were
Yeah.
really inventive. I thought they were inspired.
Well, before we call it a night, Dimitri, I want to end the show on a somber note. Of course, James the Christmas Crow no longer with us. You actually named him James the Christmas Crow. Do you want to share any memories before we call it an evening?
Yeah, I wasn't happy when I pulled that image up because that was when I found out. It devastated me. I remember when the crow was first found in your tree, and it was. I thought it was a Christmas miracle, honestly, and I thought it was an omen of things to come, a good omen that we were going to be ushering in not just another Christmas, but maybe the best Christmas we've ever had.
Sure.
And then to see that crow now dead is maybe not an omen of good things to come, but rather more apocalypse and maybe even worse things to come. So that's where my spirits are at the moment.
I'm going to tell you something. I know that you're down. I'm down. Everyone's down. But I'd like to think that this crow is now an angel flying above us, guiding us through the murkiest of waters and the most dangerous of storms. The clouds will part. The sun will rise, shine down on us on this Christmas Day, December 25th.
That's beautiful. Those are beautiful lyrics, James. I might borrow a few of those.
Please do. I'd like, maybe we get a tribute song.
I would love that. I think I would really love to do that for James.
Maybe we do a bit of a telethon. All proceeds go to his family, which I guess is me.
You would be its family, so yeah, the money from the telethon would go immediately to your bank account. But more, it's the principle of the matter, and I'd like to do a good thing for James the Crow.
Well, Dimitri, I want to thank you so much for that. Thanks for the great work tonight. That's our show, folks. We did it. We have achieved it. We have unlocked Friday, and now we put it back in the box until next week. It's going to be a dilly of a pickle next week, folks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 3 nights of very nice programming. This upcoming Monday, 9 p.m. Who's going to be here? Raylan Carson coming back to the show this upcoming Monday night. Wednesday, going to have some more live music. Tommy Powell's going to be here. Get ready for that. Then Friday, Montreal versus Vancouver. I hope whoever is running the show is impartial. Tune in at the main event. Until then, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night. Goodbye. Farewell. Be well. Have a good weekend.